Welcome to One Chemistry. Always do your best. Now we will see 100 conversion in organic chemistry. We are seeing it as episode. This is the 23rd episode. If you didn't watch previous episode, I encourage you to go and see. Here we solve 5 problems step by step. Stay tuned. Let us see the question number 1. Question number 1 is cyclohexyl system where phenyl carbonyl and methyl above the plane and the methyl group is on the plane. Here we are using light as a catalyst. They ask you to find the product. Here products are like just a rearrangement one or just a epoxidation kind of cyclization or just a migratory to the ortho or para position. Here you have to understand that it contains one naming reaction because we are using light plus carbonyl. The answer is D. Let us see how. The starting material is the ketone and we are using the light. But here we rewrite the starting material to our convenient form. Then only we can understand the product very easily. So we rewrite it to the chair form where methyl and phenyl carbonyl in the same above the plane and one methyl is below the plane. So obviously it's a Norris type 2 reaction. So the carbonyl breaks. So the carbon and oxygen form diradical. Then same diradical formed on the hydrogen which is in the gamma carbon, alpha, beta and gamma, which is optimal for the 6-member system. So hydrogen transfer occurs. Again the diradical has to be quenched, so the new bond formation occurs. If we rewrite the compound, we will get the answer D. So it is kind of bridged carbon, phenyl and alcohol is there. Here you have to understand two things. One is Norris type 2 reaction. If there is availability of delta hydrogen, then diradical quenched by the carbon-carbon bond formation. Then the question number 2, the starting metal is 5-member alkene with methyl group is on exo position. Here hydrogen peroxide and base they used as catalyst. Here they asked to find the reaction. Basically the products are like selective attack and deuteration. They ask the deuteration comes from the OH or H. So you have to know the stereochemistry behind the one and where the hydrogen come from. The answer is A. Let us see how. Here deceptively simple reaction but it involves lot of steps. BH3 involves the direct addition in the double bond. The addition from the syn. Syn means same side attack. So same side attack will be there. So here deuterated compound. So both attack on the same side because you can write methyl above, others are below. You have to write both are opposite. Then how the hydrogen peroxide interacts there. Here you have to know clearly mechanism. Boron has empty p orbital, hydrogen peroxide attacks on the empty orbital. Hence the reaction happens there. Then the bond ships occur, the O transfer to the ring. So the O transfer or O insertion occurs. Then if you do hydrolysis, OH form. The question is clearly says deuterated or not. Definitely it is not deuterated because the hydrogen comes from hydrogen peroxide, not from the deuterium. Here you have to know two things. Addition is syn addition and hydrogen is come from hydrogen peroxide. This question is all about mechanism and your deep understanding. Then the question number 3, the starting metal is cyclic ether with alkene inside and externally you are connecting with the isopropenyl bond. So you are using the catalyst there, light. Here they ask you to find the product. The product is obviously carbon skeleton shift is there. Definitely rearrangement occur. So you have to guess the rearrangement here and find the carbon skeletal change. The answer is A. Let us see how. This question is very simple but it involves your imagination. If you imagine correctly, you know the answer very easily. This is the compound involving 3,3 sigma tropic rearrangement but it's difficult to imagine from the structure. So we redraw the structure for the rearrangement where I number the system 1 and 6th carbon we take away from the rearrangement part. So 1 and 6th carbon away from the system. So the system is perfect for the sigmatropic rearrangement. So 3-3 sigmatropic rearrangement occurs. So the 2-8 bond formation is occur, 4-5 bond is breaking. So the 4-5 bond breaks and you have the carbonyl there. Then if you rewrite the equivalent, you have 6-member ring with aldehyde outside. This is very simple once you know how the rearrangement occur. Rearrangement favor only the groups are very close to the 6-member transition state. Here 6-member transition state difficult to imagine, so you rewrite the starting material. The question is all about your imagination of chemical structure. Then the question number 4. The starting material is ketone attached with methoxy group and methyl on one side. On the side simple methyl group. Here you are using the reducing agent zinc borate. They ask you to find the product. Clearly they are asking which way the carbonyl group is reduced. And you can also assume that MeOH also reduced. So you have to find stereochemical reduction of carbonyl group. So it's a selective reduction of carbonyl group. The answer is B. Let us see how. The starting material is ketone. So we rewrite clearly to have our understanding. We rewrite it to the Newman projection. So we rewrite to the Newman projection. So carbonyl group is on plane. So carbonyl methyl on plane and methoxide hydrogen and methyl are on the one other side. So we are seeing from the top. Here we have to use Cramp's rule, meaning hydrogen attack from the less hindered side. So less hindered side is hydrogen and methyl. Hydrogen is smaller one, methyl is medium one. So the attack is happened. The hydrogen forms. The hydrogen forms similar way the backside hydrogen. CO reduced to CHOH here. Here your understanding completely comes from the fact that how you rewrite the structure for your final product. Here you rewrite to the staggered form where methyl and OH are opposite to staggered position. The methyl and OH are above and below. If you rewrite to the normal form, you will have methoxide group and methyl on plane. H and methyl are opposite to each other. So answer is clearly B. Here you have to know how to convert Newman projection to normal form. Here you have to know two things: normal structure to the Newman projection and Cramp's rule. Cramp's rule says the reducing agent or species attack the less hindered space. Then the question number 5. The starting material contains para-dimethoxy group and orthoamine in the position. Plus you have active methylene compound dicarbonyl 1. Here heat and sulfuric acid is the catalyst. They ask you to find the product. The product is mostly the complete condensation one, whether the ring is 5-member or 6-member or where the other carbonyl group is attached. Here you have to understand that selectivity in attack and cyclization occurs. The answer is A. Let us see how. The starting material contains amine, then you have carbonyl. Definitely there is a possibility of condensation, so the nitrogen carbon bond is formed there. So the nitrogen carbon bond is formed, so the alcohol is there. Then you are heating, so water elimination occurs. So quaternary ammonium salt to water elimination is obvious, so water elimination occurs. So you have the final product with the charged one. Then you are using acid. Acid activates the carbonyl group. So carbonyl group has the charge, then the ring closure occur. So the 6-member ring formation occurs there. So H and OH is there. Nearby ring the aromaticity also lost. So the system always recirculates to gain the aromaticity, as well as you have to quench the positive charge. So the hydrogens are leaving, continuous shifts of the bonds are occur. So you have a final aromatic products are there. So the answer is C, definitely. Here you have to know two things. You have to know the water elimination if there is any quaternary ammonium salts, and if there is any possibility of aromatization, definitely occur through the multiple way. Here you can create aromatization in many mechanistic ways. I shown it from my perspective. That's all from this episode. I hope it was useful. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below. Stay tuned for next episode.